Yeah, what's up in the Sleepy Savage Legs Media? We got to start things right. We got to get the picture up of the man. This is the man. Let's get a better picture of him. Issac Del Toro. He took care of the business today. It was so great to see. I was like over the moon. It was hard to contain myself watching him today. I mean, it was really hard. And this guy, he won't be. They've declared that he will not be the youngest to ever win the Giro d'Italia, but he is the youngest in the race, so he wears the best young rider's jersey, and he also wears the leader's jersey. So he's going to go with two jerseys. Usually, the race winner usually gets the KOM, but I think they sort of situated the KOMs like differently this year. So whoever was going after the KOMs would win the KOMs. So usually, when they have the finishes at the top of the mountains, the overall winner usually gets the KOM because they win most of the mountaintop finishes. But because the big point mountaintop, the bigger points for the mountaintop, the big mountaintop points are not at finishes, so that means that the guys who want to go for the mountains, who are the per se climbing specialists, can just go for those mountain points, and it's worked out that way. So you're gonna have a winner for the mountains. You're gonna have a different winner for the Megla Ciclamina. So the Megla Rosa is being won by Issac Del Toro. Ciclamina, the Ciclamina, wrong one, sorry. The Ciclamina, the Megla Ciclamina is being worn by Matt Peterson. The the Megla Azura is being worn by Lorenzo Fortunato, who did the 1-2 yesterday. Amazing performance by uh, Astana, Axios Astana. They're just taking care of the business and they're doing really good. So this whole race, but yesterday, Issac Del Toro was looking like it was looking really suspect. Everyone was like, "Oh no," and they keep talking about he's young, he's too young to be doing well, and he needs more years. And I was like, why are we talking so negative about the young man? And I was sort of fearful of yesterday, and the only reason I was fearful of yesterday is because he's coming off the back of a rest day. Now, Carapaz, Simon Yates, Adam Yates, Egan Bernal, even though Egan was out for a little bit, all of these guys have the experience of their bodies adjusting to coming into the, a stage, even if it's a big stage, after a rest day. And that was what I saw yesterday. I just saw a young man whose legs is not used to. Hello, Richard. Hello, Richard Brown. Thanks for tuning in. I saw a young man yesterday whose legs wasn't used to that, all of that intensity the day before the rest day. And then you have a rest day, and all you're doing is spinning the legs. And then you gotta go after the rest of the day to probably one of the hardest mountain bike stages, mountain stages ever. And thank you, Richard. I hope you hit the like button. If you hit the like button, I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, and thanks for tuning in, even if it's for a minute or 30 seconds. But anyway, yeah, the so that transition from intensity, rest day, to maybe a spin, maybe a couple of attacks, but not that same effort as the intensity as the day before, and then to lift your legs back to that. So he's really new to the sport, and he hasn't done a stage race this long. So it's a matter of getting it, and it sucks when you're doing like stage race, or you're doing like, or even doing like training rides. If you do even like, we've all done training rides. You do 3-4 training rides in a row, then you rest, and then the day after the rest day, it feels like, oh man, you got to get it going again. And that's basically what happened yesterday. It wasn't that he got blown out the water. It's just that his body just wasn't turned on. And today, you saw the difference after he got over that little climb. Even after as strong as Richard Carapaz was and Roman Bardet, he rode away from them. He rode away from them. He didn't just win in a sprint. He rode away from them, and that was just the show of him, his legs coming back to him, and that's what it was. And like, he was really smart in going over the Motorola. If you've ever done the Motorola, that is a brutal climb no matter which way you go up it. The Motorola, I was going to show some footage of me climbing the Motorola, but who cares? But that is one hard climb. And He was really smart. Issac Del Toro was really smart. He did, like Richard Carapaz went late, and I think Richard Carapaz couldn't do anything else but go as late as he did because he spent so much the day before, and he knew how much he had in the tank. He knew he didn't have a 3 or 4 kilometer climb. Thanks, Richard. I appreciate you even tuning in, brother. I really appreciate it. But Carapaz knew that he didn't have that in his legs. He didn't have 3 or 4 kilometers in his legs, and he was had to hope for attacking maybe a kilometer or half a kilometer from the top, giving it a big push, and seeing if he could get a gap on the downhill because that descent, my goodness, that descent off of the Motorola, the roads are nice. It's well, all the roads are well looked after. It's a nice, most of it's just paved and it's fast, but it's really sharp. It's like if it's any climb you want to learn how to corner and descend on. I know Italy's a long way to go to, but if you could get on a descent like that, that on the Motorola, it's so technical. It's quick. It's fast. It's, you have to be on your P's and Q's. You just can't just go down all willy nilly with that because you would total yourself. And thanks for subbing, Rich, and thanks for coming back. And if you're into cycling, I really appreciate you. If you have any questions about do you watch the Giro? Did you watch the Giro? Who's your favorite rider? All of that great stuff. Yeah. So the Motorola, I was saying, it's just a really really tough climb. Really, I mean, tough descent, climb and descent as well. So you just have to be on your P's and Q's. But then after they got off of the descent, the crazy thing was Richard Carapaz had about 20 seconds, and um, on the descent, they had to chase back. But luckily, Isaac Del Toro didn't have to do that on his own. And because 3 of his guys came back, he had Brendan McNulty that was in the breakaway, so Brendan McNulty slowed down so he can help out Del Toro, and then he had Rafa Micah, and then he had what's his name, it's Adam Yates, so they all got on the front and brought Carapaz back, and you can see Carapaz was basically waiting for Del Toro. Basically, he was in the same place that Del Toro was yesterday, where it was to respond. So he couldn't attack because he basically burnt his matches. So when Del Toro put in that attack, Richard Carapaz was able to respond. And the crazy thing about them putting in that attack, I was rooting for like Romain Bardet because this is his last Grand Tour. He's going to retire from the sport. I was hoping like, Romain Bardet get the win, but they caught Romain Bardet, and then on the descent, at the bottom of the descent, it's not even on the climb. At the bottom of the descent is where Isaac Del Toro dropped Romain Bardet and Richard Carapaz. How he got that gap on him, I think the corners were slightly wet, and so it made it slightly trickier. Even though Carapaz is a good descender, Isaac Del Toro comes from a mountain bike background, so he's used to riding in like, less than favorable conditions. So, and also he's a lot younger than them, so he's gonna take a bit more risk. He's a bit more fearless than them, so he's gonna take the corners at a higher speed. But at the same time, when he was coming out of every corner, he was standing up and he was giving it everything, and he was going really hard, and it was so good to see. And I was just so over the moon because all of the commentators, every single commentator was talking so much smack. If you see all of the videos and everything, oh my goodness, UAE is finished for UAE. Ayuso, has an injury, so Ayuso's going, he's gotten dropped, and Del Toro gets dropped. It's all falling apart for UAE. It's like the tour, the Giro d'Italia, it's finished, and I'm just like, man, I'm like, are we watching the same race? That's what I'm saying. Are we watching the same race? I personally don't think that we were watching the same race. I saw a young man yesterday save his Giro, making sure he had time, and then he finished today with this beautiful pose, beautiful. I love that victory salute. This is the second time he's done it, and then also putting time on his closest rivals. So he got the bonus time, got the bonus 10 seconds plus the time he put on Carapaz. So he moved up 41 seconds in front of Carapaz, and now 51 seconds in front of Adam Yates. And tomorrow's a day looking like he should survive tomorrow. But they're saying that tomorrow is probably going to be a day for the sprinters. And if it is a day for the sprinters, bring it on. There's another day in the Megla Rosa for Issac Del Toro. And that's going to be me for today. Check out the video. I just posted a video. If you want to see everything I talked about, go to my YouTube channel. And this is you're on my YouTube channel. Just go to the videos, and I just posted the video, and you can see everything I talked about, the attacks and everything. But I just wanted to come on and hopefully engage with people if people have questions or comments, just like back and forth. I'm just getting started, so I'm just building this platform. I'm pretty sure next year this time, it'll be completely different. It'll be completely different, and I'll probably be living in Belgium. So, but not sure to stop. But I appreciate everyone that's tuned in, stopped by. Issac Del Toro. I'm, as you can see, I'm over the moon. It was just so much stuff and so much talk yesterday, and it was like a lot of negative talk, and I just like it was almost like the talk they was talking in favor of him not doing well. They was like they were trying to talk him into a loss, and it was just like. But anyway, I appreciate you for tuning in. As you can see, like I said, Issac Del Toro today's winner of stage 17. He got time on his closest rivals, and I bet you they didn't expect that. And it was just so good to see. So, the other crazy thing, they said that if you look in the stats show that every Giro winner that has won the stage into Bormio has gone on to win the Giro d'Italia. So we'll see. But it is a good omen, and well done to Issac Del Toro. UAE, the boys were fantastic today. They came and supported Issac Del Toro like a champion, the same way they support Pogacar. So I'm not sure if he's going to ride the Tour, but if he rides the Tour, he's definitely going to be in service of Pogacar. There's no doubts about that. And if he has Adam Yates, Rafa Micah, Brandon Menotti, and Issac Del Toro supporting Pogacar, if Del Toro is supporting Pogacar, Jonas Vingegaard don't stand a chance. And I think they might reconsider. I hope they put him in the Tour so he could support Pogacar, because he's got to, they ride really similar, about the same size. Everything. It'd be the perfect look, I guess second lieutenant, because he's a bit young, so they're probably gonna have another lieutenant. Anyway, I'm rambling now. And this will be Say With Your Legs Media. I appreciate you. I hope you hit the like button. I hope you subscribe to the channel. I'll see you tomorrow and the stage 18, and we will see if the sprinters can take care of the business tomorrow, and or is the breakaway going to get the best of things tomorrow. Anyway, like I said, in this will be Say With Your Legs Media. Thanks for tuning in.